Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Today is July 13th, 2025, Sunday, and for today's challenge video, well, this week's challenge video actually, we're gonna find out if I, a 90s kid, actually know the 90s. Okay, so this is a 90s quiz, or that 90s quiz, according to pretendedcloud.com. So we got 20 questions and a timer bonus. I'm guessing I will be timed. So let's see if I know the 90s. Okay. Quickly to young voters in 1992, then presidential candidate Bill Clinton played what instrument on the Arsenio Hall show? Oh, saxophone, right? Right. Donning black sunglasses. Arkansas governor Bill Clinton sat in with Arsenio's band and played a rendition of Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. Okay. Next, a look tried out by millions of people. Which of the following was a widely imitated haircut on the sitcom Friends? The Rachel. Oh, I forgot. Despite suffering an insult to her leg just a month before the games, which of these ice skaters took the silver medal at the 1994 Winter Olympics? No, wait. Nancy Kerrigan, right? Okay. Right, so I forgot to read the clue of the previous one about the Rachel. But anyway, this one says the attack orchestrated by the husband of rival ice skater Tonya Harding left Nancy Kerrigan with a severely bruised knee and quadriceps tendon. Kerrigan missed the U.S. figure skating championship held that month, but she went on to win the silver medal the following month in Lillehammer, Norway. I remember there was a movie about it with I think it was Margot Robbie who did that. I Tonya, something like that. Okay, next. In 1990, George H.W. Bush declared, I'm President of the United States and I'm not going to eat any more what? Oh, I actually don't know this one, but this feels like a very American thing. I don't know. Broccoli? Oh, it was just a guess. Okay, during a slow news cycle, the press took notice of President Bush banishing broccoli from Air Force One. When asked about it, Bush said he never liked the vegetable as a child and certainly wouldn't eat it now that he was the leader of the free world. Broccoli vendors reported a 10% spike in sales thanks to the presidential publicity. Okay, good for them, I guess. Okay, next. What popular toy was banned from the National Security Agency offices for fear that it could be used to eavesdrop? Oh, wait, not Furby? Yeah. Yeah, because I think that they had some kind of recording. Yeah, okay. Despite assurances from the president of Tiger Electronics that the talking toy had no recording capability, in 1999, the NSA insisted on a ban, requiring employees to leave their Furbies at home. Why would they even be bringing Furbies to the office anyway? Is it like I thought only kids? No, not only kids. And mostly kids like them. Those adults are actually bringing them to the offices. I mean, okay, cool. I mean, well, I mean, it's something I would do anyway. But I guess there really were people doing it, so that's why they had to ban it. Okay. Here, question 5 for 20. Okay, let's keep going. What actor made headlines as the first to receive $20 million for a single role? Oh, in the 90s? I actually want to say like Will Smith. I don't know. Oh, single role though. Genuinely, I don't know. No, Jim Carrey. Ah, okay. Should have known that. He was pretty big in the 90s. Jim Carrey saw a lot of success in the 1990s, starring hits like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, The Mask, and Batman Forever. Columbia Studios agreed to pay him a record-breaking $20 million to act in 1996's The Cable Guy. Today, that is still more or less the standard for many A-list actors. I didn't realize The Cable Guy was in 1990s. I know the others were. But yeah, for single role, and I didn't think it was for this role, the Cable Guy for that role. Okay, yes, but yeah, I didn't know that. That's fine. Next, one of the longest runs atop the chart. Which of these songs spent 14 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1996? It's Breaky Heart, Macarena, Mambo Number Five, Bop. Wait, 1996. This is. I don't think it was Mambo Number Five. Maybe. Bop. No, Macarena. Oh gosh. Okay, only four songs have spent more time at #1 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart than The Dance Sensation by Los Del Rio. The song and its relatively easy to replicate dance took the United States by storm. In 1996, the U.S. Olympic women's gymnastics team, as well as delegates at the Democratic National Convention, could be seen doing the Macarena. Yeah, I mean, we learned this in school as well. Very, very popular, hot dance trend. Uh, okay. I'm so disappointed. I was hoping it was Mbop because this boy band was pretty big. This group. Fine time. Okay. Next, surpassing Roger Maris's single-season record, Mark McGwire and one other player each hit more than 62 home runs in 1998. This is an American baseball thing. I don't know this. It was Barry Bonds that I don't know. Just gonna go. I almost went for Sammy Sosa too because I feel like I'd heard of the name before in baseball, but I don't know who most of these people are. What it says here, Roger Maris's home run record stood from 1961 until 1998, when two players, Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, were able to topple it. McGwire was the first to hit 62, but then hit a slump, allowing Sosa to briefly take the lead. McGwire then regained his stride, finishing the season with 70 homers to Sosa's 66. Years later, McGwire admitted to using steroids, and while Sosa maintains that he did not, neither were voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I don't know anything about baseball, so I'm guessing that many home runs is pretty good. Because I don't know, one season, how long was that? Like, is that how many months? Okay, let me just Google that. How long is one season of baseball in America? Okay, okay, so runs about. I guess if this is correct, 26 and a half weeks. So that's 4 weeks or so in a month, maybe more than 6 months. Okay, so 6 months to get like more than 60 home runs. 10 home runs a month. Oh, that's right. Oh, well, actually, that's really good because that means that that's really good, actually. Okay. Impressive. All right, next. During a ubiquitous Got Milk ad, a mouthful of peanut butter left a history buff unable to say whose name. I know the Got Milk ad. I don't know what peanut butter. Um, well, maybe I'll just try John Quincy Adams. No, Aaron Burr. Okay, I was torn between these two. I didn't think it was Magellan, because I don't think he's American, and I think John Wilkes Booth, didn't he kill somebody like Abraham Lincoln? So why would they put him, right? So I figure these two seem to be positive-ish, American figures, historical figures. So I figured that might be, history buff. Maybe that's why history buff is a clue. I don't know. Did Aaron Burr like history more than other people? Maybe. I don't know. But okay, in the description of the answer says, in the commercial which debuted in October 1993, oh, that's when I was born, a lack of milk leaves a history buff unable to answer who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel, and causes him to lose out on $10,000. The ad was directed by a fresh out of school Michael Bay, who went on to make such movies as Bad Boys, Armageddon, and Transformers. Wow, Michael Bay did that ad. Okay. Oh. Oh, so it's not. Oh, the history buff is not referring to these guys. It's the history buff is in the ad, and he's unable to say the name, the answer. Oh, okay. In that case, then my other two, these answers didn't follow the logic because it could have been anybody, right? The answer could have been anybody. I thought it was like the person in the ad is that historical figure. So I was like, well, it's not gonna be John Wilkes Booth, I don't think. So yeah, this is me not reading the question, but right. Next, O.J. Simpson rode in what vehicle during his infamous low-speed police chase? Okay, I've heard of this, but I don't remember what vehicle it was. Against the I'll try this. No, Ford Bronco. Okay. Simpson and former teammate Al Cowlings, I hope that's pronounced, Cowlings, led police on a 60-mile-per-hour chase in a white Ford Bronco seen live by 95 million people across the U.S. Although sales increased after the chase, Ford discontinued the Bronco for unrelated reasons 2 years later. Okay, yeah, didn't really know that one. So. This feels more like American 90s stuff more than anything, but okay. Next, Amazon.com launched in 1994, originally selling only what product? Yeah, I believe it was books. They were originally a bookstore, no? Yeah. Okay, so founder Jeff Bezos chose books as Amazon's initial merchandise because he felt it would best emphasize the advantages of an online store. A brick-and-mortar bookseller could not offer millions of titles in one place like Amazon could. The online retailer expanded to products beyond books in 1998 and first turned a profit in 2001. Okay, interesting. So they took like 7 years to turn a profit. Is that normal in business? I don't know, but it seems like quite a while. Okay, next. Which Hall of Fame athlete retired from his primary sport in 1993 to play minor league baseball? I believe this is Michael Jordan. He was in basketball first and then did a little bit of baseball. Okay, so Michael Jordan stepped away from basketball during his prime at age 31 to embark on a new challenge. He signed with the Birmingham Barons, an affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. When Major League Baseball players went on strike in 1994, Jordan returned to basketball rather than cross the picket line. Oh, good for you, Michael Jordan. Good for you. Okay. Next, the first major international crisis of the post-Cold War era, the Persian Gulf War, started in August 1990, when Iraq invaded what country? Oh, okay, I should know this. Wait. Damn, I'm torn between Kuwait and Iran. I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna go Kuwait. I don't know. Oh, thank God I was right. Okay. Whew. Okay, so it says here a US-led coalition began using force to expel Iraq from Kuwait in January 1991. By the end of February, Iraq agreed to accept all UN resolutions regarding the conflict, including divesting itself of weapons of mass destruction. The question of whether these WMDs, weapons of mass destruction, existed would factor heavily in the lead up to the Iraq War 2003-2011. I think in the end it was proven that they never had those, right? I don't know, my history is not that very good, but I think so. Next, the epicenter of 90s grunge music, what city was home to Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden? Um, Portland, Oregon? I don't know. Oh, Seattle. Okay, I don't know this. When Nirvana's Nevermind displaced Michael Jackson's Dangerous at the top of the Billboard chart in 1992, the recording industry became infatuated with all things Seattle. According to one music publication's estimate, bands in the American Northwest were being signed to record deals at a rate of one a week. That's a lot. I mean, I hope that all of them had good deals. I don't know, but it's interesting. Okay. I was actually kind of torn between these two, but again, made the wrong choice, so there we go. Not doing well on the score, I don't think, but that's okay. In 1996, one computer made headlines by defeating chess world champion Garry Kasparov. Isn't that Hell 9000? I don't know, I think so. No, Deep Blue! Oh, God. Then who is Hell 9000? I have no idea. Or is that a fictional computer? I'll have to check. In 1996, Deep Blue beat Kasparov once but ended up losing the overall match. During a rematch the following year, Deep Blue won twice and tied 3 times, winning the match. Various artificial intelligences, AIs, have gone on to defeat professional poker players as well as champions of the board game Go. Okay, I'll see. Who is Hell 9000? 9000. Oh my god, it's a freaking fictional character. That's I got fooled by from Space Odyssey series. Oh god. I got fooled into thinking that's a real one. I knew it was not ChatGPT. And I wasn't sure, but I didn't think it was Watson. And I honestly read this at first as I think Deep Seek. That's why I kind of ignored that. It's like Hell 9000. It's just a fictional character, so I'm a dummy. Okay, next. On which of the 90s sitcoms would you frequently hear someone ask, "Got any cheese?" Oh, I don't know this. Maybe Seinfeld? I have no idea. No, Family Matters. I don't know. Okay, so the answer, I mean, the description, the answer says, did I do that? Steve Urkel, played by Julia White, was the brilliant, but bungling, cheese-loving neighbor to the Winslow family during the 9th season run of Family Matters. Urkel was originally intended as a guest role, but White's nerdy charm immediately won over audiences. So I'm guessing, since they say cheese-loving, so it must be Steve Urkel who says, got any cheese? I guess so. Little nerdy guy? Okay. I know his character, but I didn't know he said that. Got any cheese? Okay. Alright. 4 more questions. Next. On the highest grossing film of the 90s, what movie was number one at the box office for 15 weeks in 1997 to 1998? Titanic, Forrest Gump, Jurassic Park, Star Wars Episode 1. Oh. I think it has to be Titanic, no? Yeah, it was like, it was, for a moment, it was like the like highest grossing film, right? Okay, so for not too brief time during the late 90s, Titanic was king of the world, raking in a then record $1.8 billion worldwide, $600 million domestically, also a record. A critical and commercial success, Titanic is one of a handful of number one box office draws to win the Best Picture Oscar. I did watch that movie. And I did have like we used to call it the VCD. I don't know if you used to call it a video CD. Next, fill in the blank of this Bill Clinton impeachment testimony quote. It depends on what the meaning of the word blank is. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, it can't be is, right? Sex, maybe? No, what? What do you mean by, depends on what the meaning of the word is? Huh? Why would he say that? Okay, the description of the answer here is, even many of Clinton's supporters considered his impeachment testimony evasive. The U.S. House of Representatives approved 2 articles of impeachment for perjury and obstruction of justice regarding a sexual relationship with a White House intern. The Senate acquitted him of the charges. Why would he say this? What does that even mean? It depends on what the meaning of the word is. Is? Huh? God. Depends on. Okay, it is what the meaning of is. Oh my god. Okay. That is the funniest quote, and I thought it was like the most ridiculous answer ever. Okay, we're still ignore the ad block. Okay, so this article from 1998, by the way, really old. He says it depends on what the meaning of the word is. If is means is and never has been, that is not, that is one thing. If it means there is none, well, it's a completely true statement. I don't even, okay, so it was, okay, he's trying to distinguish between is and was in the sense of whether it was now or back then. I guess that's what he's trying to say, but that is confusing as heck. I never would have thought that he would have said that. Okay, well, interesting. Fun fact. Next, nickname for his ability to keep criminal charges from sticking, what Teflon Don was finally convicted in 1992? John Gotti, Lucky Luciano, Whitey Bulger, Henry Hill. I don't know who these people are. I have no idea. I was looking for a guy named Lucky, maybe. Okay, it's not Lucky. It's John Gotti. I don't know who John Gotti is. John Gotti was eventually convicted on 13 charges, including murder and racketeering, thanks to the testimony of underboss Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano. In 2002, Gotti died in prison, and then 2020, Gravano started a mafia podcast. Okay, mafia podcast. I'm guessing this Gravano guy must have had some crimes because it's an underboss, right? But he could start a podcast. I mean, I don't know, from prison, or did he never go? I don't know, but okay. So apparently, Teflon Don. Okay. Last one. Debuting in 1991, what video game character's red shoes were inspired by Michael Jackson's Bad album cover? Well, it has to be Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Pikachu doesn't wear shoes. Mario, I don't think so. Crash Bandicoot, I don't know. I'll go Sonic. Yeah, okay, nice. Sonic creator Naoto Oshima said the red on white contrast on Jackson's bestseller influenced the Hedgehog's footwear. This is honestly my first time finding out that Sonic's shoes are based off of Michael Jackson's Bad album cover shoes. Wow. I feel like my mind is blown. It's open. Okay, I probably did very badly. I only got 5,000. That's terrible. See results. Oh, I got exactly half. 10 out of 20. Terrible. Do you have any stats on like what other people got? No. So, I don't know what other people got. Okay, wait, leaderboard. Top scores for this quiz updated weekly. Okay. Oh, so I can't even see them. I have to log into the progress, but I can't see what other people got. But I know it was terrible. I had like a 1,000 point bonus, but still pretty bad. But to be fair, half of them were not half, but maybe 5 of them were very American based. So technically, I could have gotten 15 if I knew those American ones, but I didn't. But yeah, that was today's. Oh, this week. I keep saying today, but actually, it's a weekly thing. It's this week's challenge video. That's what I'm doing nowadays. Challenge videos. Okay, just to see and challenge myself if I know these answers or not, or if I can do something or not. So I would say today's challenge is a failure. I should have made a prediction as to how many questions I was going to get right. But I have a feeling that no matter what I predicted, I wouldn't have succeeded because 10 on 20 is dismal. It's terrible. So yeah, I guess I'm not a true 90s kid, yeah? Okay, 90s kid license revoked. Okay, well, there you have it. I will leave a link in the comments for you to try, and you can let me know if you're a 90s kid or you're not a 90s kid, if you got a better score than me. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.